wild card weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
11 Thomas.
On the counter, it's Henry. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On the sneak, it's Hurts.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. We're scoreless after 1. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Elliott. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Crowder in motion here right. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They begin with Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Here we go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He's brought down by Nick Needham. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Burrow's throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
On 1, ready? 12. 11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
11. 12. 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
12, 12, 12. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw.
This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. Fourth down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open. Beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 2, ready? 11 mighty, 11 mighty, 12, 12, 12.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Gun.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Empty.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And some room to work. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's getting the hook up to Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Come on. Hit. 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Inside give to Elliott. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Let's go. Ryan, go on check. Go check.
Running with Elliott. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid game.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Henry up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow.
Returning right back to Lockett. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 11.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Running right through it, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Derrick Henry, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On 1st down, Hurts.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Up the middle, here's Elliott.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Jaguars are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Burrow from his own end zone. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Thomas. 12. 11 Thomas.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Crowder now to return. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Elliott. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And some space, and Derrick Henry all alone. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result, big plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.